Welcome to Kaiseki Anime, where we air new episodes every other week. Kaiseki covers currently airing anime, older series and recently, and other relevant topics for the season. I'm your host Marina of the blog Anime B&B, and with me is my co-host Draco of the cleverly titled Draco's Anime blog.
This week, we discuss The Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King and MARRIAGETOXIN. Let's talk about The Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King first.
All right.
In summary, the fierce knight lady gets captured by the barbarians after losing a duel. She prepares to enter slavery and be raped.
Defiled,
yeah, that's what they call it. But then it turns out that they're actually really nice, and they all think she's awesome because she's good at beating people up. And
yes,
the guy who defeated her wants to marry her, and she thinks he's an old creep. But then when he shaves his beard, he's actually 5 years younger than her and super hot.
Yeah, super hot.
Yeah. So it's all good.
Yeah, actually, this is like right in my jam, man. This is perfect enemies to lovers because like I love that trope. Okay.
I feel like this isn't enemies to lovers though, because
not yet.
No, it can't be because he never thought of her as an enemy. The enemy has to be mutual enemies, in my opinion.
I don't think it has to always be. Like in her mind, he was the enemy, right?
Yeah.
And that just goes to show like how misguided they are, or how like brainwashed they are in her nation to like see all of the barbarians as like lesser than. Or so in her mind, definitely.
So it's much less fun than when they really both think of each other as enemies. And they truly were enemies. And then they become lovers. That's what gets me going.
Okay. Well, you're getting some of it. I mean, I'm happy with this. And you're partially satisfied, I guess.
Yeah, I still like
also,
it. But
how surprised are you that I'm watching this in the first place?
I was shocked that you watched this, even the first episode of this.
Right, that I even entertained it.
Just based on like the illustration, I would have thought you would drop it.
The illustration? Really?
Because isn't it like the Night Lady, like... I forget. I need to look it up. But I thought like in the season poster, it was like this Night Lady with somewhat big boobs exposed, looking like she's a prisoner.
Oh no, it doesn't look like that at all to me. When I look at the chart, it just looks fairly like innocent, like an adventurer team mostly. It's just like there's like 5 people on the poster, and she's like obviously slightly smaller than he is. So yeah, he's the big barbaric king. But I didn't see anything like noticeably lewd or ecchi about it. Now that I see those as tags for this, right?
Yeah, it does have ecchi as the tag.
But it hasn't really been ecchi, right? Not since like that beginning episode where she like wakes up with him, right? And like I think when she wakes up in his bed after their first, like I guess their second encounter, and he's like naked because he sleeps naked, right?
Right.
And then there's like the surprise of his morning wood, right? So like that's basically the most we get, other than also I think like them bathing in the river.
I was about to mention that, yeah.
There's not really any like acts of indecency going on here. It's just like whoops, and then he doesn't make a big deal out of it because it's not a big deal. It's the human body. Whatever.
No, it's pretty tamed, but you can tell like it's illustrated by a bunch of perverts, which I say as the highest compliment, obviously.
Right, because you know who does it better than the people who animate, who draw that kind of art? Like they make them look great, right? It looks great.
It does look great. I'm glad we're in agreement and you like this show.
Oh, definitely. I'm a huge fan of Vayor. I saw him when I was like, that is a specimen of a man.
Do you like him better with or without the beard?
Well, okay. I liked him before he shaved already. All right. Like he was already like 10-10. And then he shaved and I was like, oh my God, he's cute. So.
He is cute. I agree. Yeah.
I do prefer him with the beard though.
Okay. I also prefer him with the beard.
But like the shaven look is fun. Just, for a little bit of a switch up.
Yeah. And it's a good comedy as well.
It is good comedy because she like completely gets flustered whenever it happens.
Yeah, I think that's part of what makes this so perverted. Like, she definitely enjoys getting bullied a little bit.
Right, it's her reaction that kind of garners that ecchi feeling, right?
Exactly.
Like her strong blush, her stammering, how embarrassed she is. She doesn't know where to look. That's
exactly.
Perfect.
Yep.
Anyways, it actually moved on pretty quickly from that.
It did, yeah.
Right?
Although now it's repeating it with another character.
Oh, yeah, you mean with the priestess?
Yeah.
Yeah, but just to make it clear for our listeners is that after that initial shock and then her being captured and then quote unquote captured, I mean, she lost, right? And
she was captured.
She recovers
sure.
there. Yeah. I think that he would let her go, though. I do think that he would let her go if she decided to go.
He would let her go, yeah.
And so it's more like he's actually trying to court her. He wants to convince her to marry him. And it's not like I'm forcing you to marry me kind of situation. It's really he's trying to convince her to want to be with him, which makes me soften up to him even more. So, but like seeing her interact with the barbarians, right? These people that she used to think were vile and needed to be conquered. And then seeing that they're actually people, right? Even if they aren't human. Because you've got like elves, right? Dwarves, fairies, the like fantastical creatures that she didn't even know were real. And seeing how they live with one another peaceably and then also with nature is changing her mind. Yeah. And it's like seeing her get used to that and start to question the life that she knew growing up before we get that reintroduction of her world with that priestess coming to quote unquote rescue her.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a role reversal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually, that's kind of what bothers me a little bit about this show. Like, not too much because it's mostly just a silly show. But it bothers me that just people go to live with the barbarians. They're very happy. And then why don't they tell their crazy people at home who were at war about this?
Well, she might. I mean, you're the one who is reading the manga, right? Are you?
No, I'm not reading the manga.
Oh, I thought you had. Because I don't know. There's a chance to. Because she keeps saying that she wants to go back, that she feels obligated to go back to her people to help them. So there's a chance that she will try to educate them. Because when they do encounter the priestess, it seems like she does talk to her and is trying to like show her that these people are not what they expected, right?
Right. Yeah, but it seems like there have been like generations of people who got captured and went to live with the barbarians, right? And everyone's just like, oh, they disappeared killed by the crazy barbarians. None of them have gone back. I
guess the question is why, right? Like, is it because they're just so happy about their new life that they just sort of completely shed their old life, particularly knowing what the world was that they came from? Like, what are the chances that their former nation will listen to them, much less be peaceful, right? Like maybe they know better, that it's kind of hopeless.
Maybe.
Or they're just not trying, like you said. Or they just like totally gave up.
Yeah. So far it seems like they're just like, oh, I'm happy here. I'm not going to go back. But maybe they'll get into this more later.
I see it in another way too, is that how often have we seen those stories where you have the sort of, a lot of times depicted as like the Western nation, right? Like the civilized nation with the more advanced technology, with this organized religion that is very questionable, and pitting them against the barbarians or the indigenous tribes. You always see stories like that. And then, like you mentioned, how you have like one person from the civilized society end up in the barbaric society and realizing that these are people, that they can relate to them, that they might want the same things. And then in some way it becomes like a story of saving them, right? Mm-hmm. And oftentimes it's often like the male savior. And I mean, something that comes to mind for me is like The Last Samurai. I don't know if you ever saw that.
I haven't, but I was thinking of Last of the Mohicans.
Last of the Mohicans, right? It's like the white savior saving the barbarians. And in that case, it's like, yeah, they are trying to save these people from the atrocities of their former nation. And they succeed a lot of times in these stories, or not, but still it's like them having to save them. And I kind of like the idea that maybe the point about these warrior women who used to fight against them, now marrying and living and having families in this new culture, turning their backs to it. Maybe it's them turning their back on like that cycle that like silly cycle of being like, oh, we have to save them. We have to be, the good example to try to convince our former families and nation that war is a mistake, right? They don't follow that typical trope.
Maybe, yeah. I guess I saw it a little bit differently. I saw it more in the lines of Last of the Mohicans as well, but more following the stereotype of the noble savage, right? Mm-hmm. Where there's all these savage people, but actually they're at one with nature. There's so much we should learn from them, and it really like dehumanizes them as well, but through idolizing them and their lifestyle, right?
Yeah, that's another interesting point. It makes sense also in this story.
Yeah.
Because like it is a very good versus evil here, right? Like we're obviously meant to find Vaer's people the better side, right?
Yeah.
So like is that idolizing them to the point that they are no longer human? I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely like we've only seen one side of this equation, right?
Right. I mean, we are getting a little bit of a mix by bringing in that
priestess.
Marcius, that priestess, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm curious, like, where that's gonna go. Is she gonna fall in love with a dude and like forsake everything that she's left behind? I mean, she is an orphan, right? So she doesn't really have any family.
Yeah.
And then we find out that his that Vaer's attendant, the young girl Circe,
yeah,
like she was also Ilderin and had left that life behind her.
It's a pattern.
Yeah. So I am curious now that you point that out, like, where are we going? Because this is only supposed to be 13 episodes. And the manga is still ongoing. It's not complete. So I am curious, like, where are we going to take this? Where is it going to stop in that 13 episodes? And are they going to like leave the door open for a possible sequel, depending on how much material is in the manga?
Yeah, I'm sure if the manga is not done, they'll stop things midway somewhere. But I'm also, is this popular? I can't imagine it is.
I don't know. I'm so out of like the social media loop when it comes to anime that I just
Same.
like, even overall, like I don't engage so much as much now that I'm older, and I am kind of curious, how is this perceived? I have a feeling it probably isn't that popular.
I doubt it, yeah.
I could be wrong.
Usually, I think it's too good to be popular. At least that's what I tell myself about all the things I like that no one else does.
How much do you want to bet that people were totally turned off from that first episode? Like they saw the body jokes, right? Like the ecchi side, the ecchi origins, and we're like, nope, not for me.
Well, I think it's gonna have the opposite problem. Like,
oh, like you thought people wanted that.
Well, I think it's gonna have both problems, right? I think a lot of people won't watch it because they think it's gonna be like really perverted and rapey. Right. And then a lot of people will start watching it because they want it to be very perverted. And then they're like, this is not what I wanted, and drop it.
Right. Yeah. You're like, why is he being such a gentleman? Why are they being peaceful with one another? How is she integrating into the society? She needs to be suffering, right?
Exactly. Yeah. You want, people want what they expect. And I don't think this show is giving people what they expect.
But that's why I like it.
Well, you like it because it's giving you what you want, right? But we're both surprised you're watching it, right? So yeah. Most people like you probably won't even start watching this show.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. But I'm glad you are watching it. What made you start watching this? Did I recommend it? I don't feel like I would have.
I think I liked the idea of a warrior princess.
Oh, okay.
Right? I mean, that's always fun. Yeah. Arguably, there's a lot of that in anime.
The recent show with the girl who punched people. That was awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm just thinking like these two together were an interesting duo, and I was curious like where it would go. I mean, I do read various types of romance that include sort of opposites attract, enemies to maybe lovers, age gap, because I had no idea what their ages were. And there is an age gap. It's just not the one we thought we were getting.
Yep.
So yeah, no, there was quite a bit here that attracted me to it. So then I did get kind of alarmed when those ecchi parts came out, and then they quickly subsided. So that's what kept me.
And now you still appreciate the ecchi art style.
Yeah, I can reap the benefits of it, right? Without it going too far.
Yeah. That's good. It's a good show. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
And I also enjoy his mother. I mean, she's a badass.
She is a badass.
I love that she's what's influenced her son to seek a woman like his mother, right?
Yeah, and influenced his son's future wife as well to become a warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a match made by the mother.
Let's not talk about grooming, because that almost sounds like the way you phrase that, but it's not how it is. It's not at all how it is.
No. But I mean, the mother, like, they came together because of his mother.
Yeah.
He was born because of his mother, obviously. And she became a knight because
obviously.
of his mother.
I'm curious about his father.
Uh-huh.
Just like, because he's huge, right? Like,
right.
And where does he get his powerful voice from, right? Like, they kind of talk about how there's like this willpower that is what makes them so strong that not everybody has. But like, where did his voice come from?
I'm gonna laugh so hard if like his father is a dragon or some bullshit like
oh
that.
My god. Yeah, I'm very curious about the dad. Like, what powerful man was enough to convince his mother, right, to be his wife and to bear his child?
Yeah.
Yeah, having fun with this. I encourage anyone who is a little hesitant about it to give it a try. You might be surprised like I was.
Yeah, watch it. Shall we move on to our next show, MARRIAGETOXIN?
Let's go.
MARRIAGETOXIN is about the masters of assassination. And one of them, he's the master, the poison master. But he's not too good with girls. He's very shy. He was raised to be an assassin. Mm-hmm. But his sister is in love with her girlfriend, and so she won't produce children. But the family needs someone to carry on their line. They're going to make the sister break up with her wife to marry some man and have babies. But then our hero rises to the occasion and decides to get a girlfriend. And then he gets help from a marriage swindler who he rescues. And this is a story of him trying to get a girlfriend.
It sounds ridiculous, but it's really fun.
It is ridiculous, and that's what's so great about it. Yeah. I love this show. I do read the manga, although I'm like several years behind.
It's ongoing as well, right? It's not done yet.
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah.
And this is also only scheduled to be a single core, 13 episodes. And so, again, here is something that I could easily see being a sequel based on the episodic nature.
Yeah, this one could just go on forever. You can get more girlfriend candidates. Keep going.
Yeah, because it is basically like we get introduced to a new girl every episode. And yet, since the focus is mostly on him and his dysfunctional ability to like interact with women, which he's not actually that bad, I think.
Nah.
When he thinks about the dating part of it, that's when he messes up. When he just like interacts with them like normal people, like just another person, he's totally fine, right?
Yeah.
It's just like when you put romance to his brain, that's when he kind of like breaks.
Exactly.
Yeah. And somehow, with this being centered on him finding a girlfriend with the intention of marriage, introducing a new one basically every episode, it doesn't feel like a reverse harem to me.
No, I don't think so. Because he introduces the girls, but then they don't just like hang around in the background fawning on him.
Right.
I think that's what makes it different than a lot of the harem shows. Like each of them likes him. They'll make it clear.
Yeah.
And then they're still like interacting with him in the background, but he's doing other stuff. He doesn't have like 20 girls behind him.
Right. Well, and the girls have their own agency, right? Like they're not there hunting him down. Like they have their own reasons for why they end up in his, presence, right? Whether it's like they're trying to get control of their family because they're the heir to the family, but people want to kill them. Or it's because like they need some protection because the others, this is the most recent arc, because the others in their family are getting murdered, right? Mm-hmm. There's all these reasons for why. One of them is an art thief, but it turns out she's really just stealing back. Isn't that like her own father's art that she's stealing or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. They all have their own desires and he just happens to be there, right? And then they obviously like him because he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
And this is where you can kind of see, because this is produced by Bones Film, which is a spinoff of Bones. And, they've worked on more recent things like Demons of the Shadow Realm, Gachiakita, the final season of MHA Vigilantes. Like these are all sort of like magic themed, right? And superpower themed shows. And you can like sort of see that that's also more of the focus here with like the fun cast of characters and a splash of possible romance, but not really.
Yeah. And they do have a fun kind of battles, right?
The battles are really fun. Yeah, they're very creative because of how weird their powers are. Their killing abilities, like his is poison, right? And then you have like the water girl, who has to wear the suit.
Yeah.
The sound master who like attacks people with like sound waves and such.
Yeah, and now we have the knife guy, and I think we're gonna get some more beast people soon.
Well, the interesting thing about the knife guy is that he is not actually modified like any of them, I think. That was like the observation that our Garo makes, is that he's not a master of any particular bloodline. He's just what they all want to be. Somehow extremely powerful and strong and is able to heal, I think, through like accelerated healing because he's just superior like that. I don't know. But yeah, the animal ones are kind of weird because like the girl that he's being paid, not really being paid, but like protecting, she's like the hamster master, right?
She's so funny. Yeah.
She's so cute.
Her hamsters.
They like do a little dance, right? Yeah, that's definitely threatening and worthy of being assassinated.
Yeah. I also like how some of the characters, they seem like they're designed to be like terrifying looking. Especially his friend who gets married.
The bug master.
Yeah, he has all these like creepy bugs, but he's actually like the sweetest guy ever.
Yeah, and he gets like the ultimate happy ending, right? He gets the girl, and it's such a sweet pairing. And seeing their marriage, and then hearing the speech that Garo had written, but is given by Kinosaki, right? Because he's out there saving his best friend.
Yeah. I love that about it. I also like, it feels like anime has progressed a lot since when we started watching anime in terms of like LGBT issues. Like, here you have the sister is a lesbian, right? And then you have Kinosaki is trans or just cross-dressing. I'm not actually sure. But
it's unclear, right? Because like he does what he needs to swindle money from people so that he can save his brother.
Right. But definitely doing it more often than is probably strictly necessary, I would say.
Yeah.
But either way, like it's not fetishized at all, really.
No, I mean, like he does dress like a girl more often than not, but I mean, he also looks really great as a girl, right?
Yeah.
So I agree with you. It seems to have progressed quite a lot from even the period that I started watching anime. So it's not really the brunt of jokes all the time. Like it felt like it used to be. Right? Like those characters used to sort of be comic relief. And
exactly.
Going back and like watching those kinds of depictions now, it's like really sort of cringing.
It's very cringy, yeah.
Yeah. Like what were we thinking? Like why is this funny to make fun of them?
Yeah. Even back then, I didn't think it was funny, but I think that's more like a cultural thing. Yeah. But definitely the culture is getting better.
I hope so. I hope it will continue to do so.
Yes.
Yeah, this is such a fun show, colorful, wonderfully animated. I mean, it is Bone, so they have a good track record. All of their shows look great.
And very adorable hamsters.
Adorable hamsters that I am hoping will have a happy ending. And you do have a good point that you had sort of brought up about the bad guys, because I'm wondering, the most recent bad guy who is the assassin killer, you know, like, will he somehow end up being our friend? Which is hard to imagine because he has killed some people, right?
I think he's clearly on the path to being our friend.
Right, but then we saw that her fellow Beastmasters were killed by him, right? I think that's what I saw.
Yeah, that's what we saw. I do think it's amusing how this is what they do in like all the shonen shows, right? They have this guy who seems really bad, really terrible, and then the hero defeats him, and then it's like, oh, actually, he wasn't that bad after all. He was doing it for this, and this reason. And
right.
Now that we talked it out with our fists, now we can be friends again. Right. This show does that too.
Yeah.
But it's a bit more ridiculous because And actually, I felt the same way in that other assassin show, Sakamoto-san. What was it called?
Sakamoto Days.
Yeah. Where you'll have this like guy who just murders 100 people. Then it's like, oh, actually, I did this because I was bullied as a kid or whatever. And then they're best friends again and all is forgiven.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with the forgiven part. Like, I think it is important to see the progression for like how they became the way they were, right? Mm-hmm. What led up to that attack or that sort of like personality as they grew up, right? I think that's great for like humanization. You need to see them. You need to be aware of that. But just like quickly forgiving them or like pulling them to the fold may or may not make sense. Here, you know, I think I could totally see them justifying it by maybe explaining that her fellow Beastmasters, maybe they weren't as innocent as she thought they were. Like, she's innocent, right, with her hamsters, but we don't know anything about them, really.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, they already did that, right?
Oh, they did?
They had a very dramatic scene where they show up to the animal world, and then, like, the guy is strangled by a snake. All like, 5 people are murdered by animals. And then right after that, it turned out like, oh, this guy cheated on his wife. This guy was embezzling money, and they all 5.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they all had like some crime that they did, so that it was okay to murder them.
It was punishable by death, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, questions, but it's still fun.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. I just think it's kind of funny, but it's definitely like in line with the tropes, but also playing a bit with the tropes.
Yeah.
So some self-awareness.
And entertaining for us, of course.
Yeah. So who's your favorite? Who should he marry?
Who should he marry?
Yeah.
Well, my expectation with this, now I know the manga is still ongoing, but my expectation with this is that he doesn't actually end up going through with his family's expectations whatsoever. I feel like he's going to dismantle them and do away with them somehow. So I don't think he will end up with anyone with that purpose in mind. And if he does, I feel like if he does eventually find love and get married, he'll do so outside of the expectations of his family. Is that a boring answer?
That's a boring answer, but that's
I'm sorry.
I'll accept it.
Okay. What about you? Who do you think he should end up with?
Well, I'm a big fan of the shy girl with green hair.
Is she the one that was supposed to inherit her family's business?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was nice, but I already forgot about her, sort of.
How dare you?
Like, she was sweet, but I don't really remember much else besides that.
Okay, that's fair.
But like, maybe because she's the head of a powerful family, maybe she will be part of what will help him undo this whole like poison masters and 5 great families nonsense.
Maybe. We'll have to see what happens.
We'll have to see. Though I doubt it will be done in 13 episodes.
Definitely not, but that's okay. One day we'll know.
Tune in again to Kaiseki Anime Podcast 2 weeks from now. Please feel free to send us questions or comments on Blue Sky with hashtag Kaiseki Anime Podcast or on our individual accounts at Drago and at Marina B&B.
Listen and review us on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts so you can continue to grow and improve. Thanks for listening. See you next time.